Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on S3 and Stokvels. To Stokvel or not to Stokvel? That is the question. I say yes, because saving money is an important part of life. You never know when unexpected expenses may come up, and today we want to discuss a distinctly South African method of saving, these Stokvels.
Yeah, and I just love the word in and of itself. It
Right?
almost says what it is. Stokvels, they're more than just savings groups, actually. They're a cherished tradition and a lifestyle of collective empowerment, which is what many, I want to say women feel, but I think men are involved nowadays as well.
Yeah.
These group saving circles bring together friends and families and neighbors, fostering financial inclusion to support social as well as economic development all across Mzansi. It's a beautiful thing that we've been doing.
You know what I like about it? I like the fact that there's a certain, even a psychological support element to it, because money, when you don't have money and it's a struggle, you don't have to struggle alone.
Yeah.
Because you know that everybody is piling into this collective, and I think that's what's important, to know that you're not alone in the economics. I think that's a powerful thing about a stokvel. So beyond the actual money, it's the group you create while saving that money. That's the power.
And I like that because often especially, people of color in South Africa, money becomes such a taboo subject. But when we know that we've got this together as a collective, to Carl's point, like we can do it. We can save money and actually empower ourselves moving on into a greater and brighter future.
Now, let's talk about a couple of things that you may need to know about a stokvel in case this is your first time. So a stokvel is a community-based savings club that has traditionally been popular in lower-income communities with groups that may not have had access to, let's just say, formal banking.
Right. I like that. It is an informal way of saving, like we've alluded to. Or even investing money. I mean, it's a nice approach to that. And they are built on a foundation of trust, like you said, between friends as well as community members. That's beautiful.
And the group is typically formed by people who already know each other, which is always great. So it's people you know, especially when it comes to money, you want to actually connect with people that you know. However, sometimes the invitation gets extended to other like-minded individuals in the greater community. I know for a fact that even, a lot of these group messaging services, WhatsApp groups, etc., have become the formal part of bringing it all together.
Yeah, and let me tell you, there are different types of stokvels to actually accommodate different needs depending on where you're at, such as a burial fund or even property investment. There's also monthly groceries. That's the one that I've heard about. An annual payout, typically in the festive season. This makes sense.
And that's actually the most stressful time because, a lot of the individuals in the stokvel, they've got families. And if you are tight on budget on that time of the year, the greatest thing is that when you've got a stokvel to back you, this is fantastic. So while stokvels have primarily been popular with older women, as Carissa mentioned earlier, more millennials actually have begun to embrace this method of saving and investing for good reason. It's the times of the, when it comes to social media and all of those things, there's a lot of pressure.
There is.
But how great is the stokvel also being part of a network of people that got your back? I feel like that's what it feels like to me.
And that's what we're missing, especially being online all the time. It's like, I want to know that somebody literally has got my back. And also somebody that I trust, that we mentioned earlier. You know, the different stokvels, I don't know if I can mention this on Breakfast TV, but there's drink stokvels. You put things together for the festive season and then you're good. There's also meat stokvels or like canned goods stokvels, so that when it does come to festive, you don't even have to stress.
And I think that when you create a stokvel group, I think one of the best sort of tips I'd give you is to make sure that if there's a big deal happening, so if one of the big retailers has a huge deal, pop it into the group, because I think that's the best way to say, right, can we not take advantage of this deal, especially toilet paper?
Oh, yes.
So when you've got a big toilet paper deal, in the group, say, I've got this, there's a big deal. Can we look at portioning some of the stokvel to take advantage of this at the moment?
Oh, I love that.
And then have that banked for the end of the year. I think that's magical.
That. Well, speaking about a big deal, I'm enjoying a big deal in the kitchen.
Oh, really?
And I'll meet you there because we're going to do something delicious, all right?
Okay, well, there we go. So in celebration of South Africa's group savings tradition, ABSA is proud to announce the launch of its inaugural ABSA Stokvel Awards on the November 30th date. The prestigious event will celebrate exceptional savings clubs offering a remarkable, hear this, a 1 million rand prize pool. For more details on the ABSA Stokvel Awards and participation, please visit the ABSA Stokvel Awards page. Remember, terms and conditions apply, and ABSA is an authorized FSP. Good luck.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.